Dad, you're just a janitor. What do you know about race cars? Leo Chen looked at his father, Marcus, the man who mopped floors at Lincoln High School every night, the quiet guy who wore the gray custodian uniform and pushed a cleaning cart down empty hallways. Leo didn't mean to sound harsh, but his team's electric car kept crashing. The national engineering competition was in 2 days, and they were desperate. Marcus looked at the miniature race car on the workshop table, studied it for 30 seconds, then pointed to the rear wing. Your angle of attack is wrong. You're creating drag instead of downforce, and your underbody airflow, it's turbulent. You need to smooth the diffuser transition. Leo blinked. Dad, those are really specific terms. How do you? I used to work with cars. A long time ago. Like as a mechanic. Marcus hesitated. Something like that. What Leo didn't know was that his father wasn't something like a mechanic. Marcus Chen was one of the greatest aerodynamics engineers in Formula One history. For 15 years, Marcus designed championship-winning cars for Ferrari, 3 world championships, countless race victories. He was the genius behind the most dominant F1 cars of the 2000s. But 7 years ago, Marcus walked away from Ferrari, from the glory, from the millions of dollars, from the pinnacle of motorsport engineering, because his wife Rachel filed for divorce. Choose, Marcus. Your son or your cars. Marcus chose Leo, and for 7 years he'd been a high school janitor, mopping floors, emptying trash cans, living in quiet anonymity. But tonight, looking at his son's struggling race car, something stirred inside Marcus. The engineer wasn't dead, just sleeping, and Leo's dream was about to wake him up. Marcus Chen grew up in Los Angeles, son of Chinese immigrants. His father owned a small auto repair shop in Chinatown. Marcus spent his childhood in that garage, watching his father work on engines, learning how cars moved, how they breathed, how they lived. But Marcus wasn't interested in fixing cars. He wanted to understand why they moved the way they did. Physics, aerodynamics, the invisible forces that made metal dance. At 16, Marcus built a wind tunnel in his garage, crude, made from plywood and a box fan. But it worked. He tested model cars, studied airflow patterns, made modifications, tested again. His high school physics teacher noticed. Marcus, you have a gift. You should study engineering. Marcus got a full scholarship to MIT, mechanical engineering, focus on aerodynamics. He graduated top of his class, published 3 papers on vehicle aerodynamics before he turned 23. Formula One teams noticed. Ferrari called. We want you in Maranello, Italy. Come design race cars. Marcus was 24 years old. His dream job was calling. He said yes. Ferrari was everything Marcus imagined and more. The Scuderia, the red cars, the history, the passion. Marcus started as a junior aerodynamicist, working under the chief designer, learning the craft. Formula One aerodynamics is brutal. Every millimeter matters. Every angle, every surface. A poorly designed front wing cost you 0.2 of a second per lap. Over a race, that's 15 seconds. The difference between winning and finishing 10th. Marcus was obsessed. He'd spend 18 hours a day in the wind tunnel, testing, simulating, refining. His colleagues called him the monk because he never went out, never socialized, just worked. But the results spoke for themselves. Marcus's designs were revolutionary. His cars were fast, stable, predictable. By age 28, Marcus was promoted to chief aerodynamics engineer. By 30, his cars won their first world championship. By 35, he had 3 championship-winning seasons. Marcus Chen was a legend in Formula One, the genius who made Ferrari dominant again. If this story resonates with you, hit that like button. And if you know someone who sacrificed their dream job for family, share this with them. But there was a cost. Marcus met Rachel in his early days at Ferrari. She was an American journalist covering Formula One for a sports magazine. They met at the Monaco Grand Prix. Rachel interviewed Marcus after a race victory. Your car is incredible. How did you make it so fast? Marcus smiled. Trade secrets. Come on, give me something. Air. I sculpt air, make it work for the car instead of against it. Rachel was fascinated, not just by the engineering, but by Marcus, his passion, his intensity. They started dating. Long distance at first. Rachel in New York, Marcus in Italy. But love found a way. They married when Marcus was 31. Rachel moved to Italy, continued working as a journalist, covering European motorsports. When Leo was born, Marcus was at a race in Japan. He missed the birth. I'm sorry, he told Rachel over the phone. I'll make it up to you. You said that last time you missed something important. I know, but after this season, I'll slow down. Marcus never slowed down. For the next 10 years, Marcus lived in 2 worlds. Ferrari headquarters in Maranello during the week, traveling to races on weekends, 23 races a year across 5 continents. Rachel raised Leo alone. Marcus, you're missing everything. Leo's first steps, his first words, his first day of school. I know, I'm sorry, but this is the championship season. After we win, I'll take time off. But there was always another championship, another season, another car to design. Rachel tried to be patient. She knew Marcus loved his work, and she'd fallen in love with that passion. But Leo was growing up without a father. When Leo was 10, Rachel had enough. Marcus, we need to talk. They sat in their Modena apartment. Leo was asleep. I can't do this anymore. Rachel said, Leo doesn't even know you. Yesterday, he asked me, when is the carman coming home? Marcus's heart sank. The carman, that's what he calls you. Because you're never here. You're always with cars. Rachel, this is my career. This is more important than your son. That's not fair, isn't it? Marcus, you've been to 230 Formula 1 races in the last 10 years. You've been to 12 of Leo's birthdays. Do the math. Marcus was silent. I want a divorce. What? Rachel, no, unless you quit. Leave Ferrari. Come back to us. Be a father, a husband, not a ghost who visits twice a month. Marcus felt his world collapsing. You're asking me to give up everything I've worked for. I'm asking you to choose, your cars or your family. That's not a fair choice. It's the only choice you get. Marcus didn't sleep that night. He walked the streets of Modena, past the Ferrari Museum, past the headquarters where he'd spent 15 years of his life. He thought about Leo, 10 years old, calling him the carman. He thought about Rachel, the woman who'd supported him for a decade, who was now at her breaking point, and he thought about Ferrari, the red cars, the championships, the legacy he'd built. What was more important? Marcus called his team principal the next morning. I need to resign. What? Marcus, we're in the middle of development. The new car. I know. I'm sorry, but my family needs me. I have to go. Marcus, you're one of the greatest engineers in F1 history. You can't just walk away. I already have. Marcus packed his office. 13 years of work, 3 championship trophies, countless race wins, all left behind. He flew back to Rachel and Leo. I quit Ferrari. I'm done with Formula 1. I'm here now, for both of you. Rachel cried. Thank you, Marcus, but the damage was too deep. Rachel still filed for divorce 6 months later. I'm sorry, Marcus, you made the right choice, but I think we've grown too far apart. I can't forget the 10 years. Marcus's world shattered. He'd given up Ferrari, and still lost his family. The divorce was finalized. Joint custody. Leo would stay with Rachel during the school year. Summers with Marcus. Marcus moved to Portland, Oregon. Far from Italy. Far from Formula 1. Far from the life he'd known. He needed work. Something simple. Something that didn't require passion. Because Marcus had no passion left. He saw a job posting. Custodian. Lincoln High School. Night shift. It was the opposite of Ferrari. No glory. No championships. No legacy. Just mopping floors. Marcus took the job. Marcus had been a janitor for 7 years. He worked the night shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., cleaning classrooms, mopping hallways, emptying trash. It was peaceful, quiet, no pressure, no expectations. The other staff knew him as Marcus the custodian. Friendly, reliable, kept to himself. Nobody knew he used to design Ferrari race cars, and Marcus never told them that life was dead. Leo was now 17, senior year of high school, smart kid, interested in engineering, like his father. But Leo didn't know about Marcus's past. Not really. Marcus had told him, I used to work in Italy. Engineering. Didn't work out. Leo never pushed for details, and Marcus never offered. Leo lived with Rachel in Seattle. But this year, he'd asked to move to Portland, live with Marcus for senior year. I want to get to know you, Dad, Leo said. We've missed a lot of time. Marcus's heart swelled. I'd love that. So Leo enrolled at Lincoln High School, the same school where Marcus worked. It was strange. Marcus would mop the hallways at night, and during the day, Leo would walk those same halls as a student. They'd pass each other occasionally. Leo would wave, Hey, Dad. Marcus would smile, Hey, son. None of the students knew they were related, just the janitor and some kid. But Marcus didn't mind. He was close to Leo now. They had dinner together every night, talked, bonded. It was what Marcus had sacrificed Ferrari for, and it was worth it. Leo joined the high school engineering club. They were building an electric race car for the National High School Engineering Competition. It was a big deal. Teams from across the country, building miniature electric cars, racing them on a track, judges evaluating design, performance, innovation. The winner got a $50,000 scholarship, plus recognition from major universities, MIT, Stanford, Caltech. Leo was the team's lead designer. He was good, really good, but they had a problem. Their car was fast in straight lines, but unstable in corners. It would lose grip, sometimes flip. They'd tried everything. Different tires, different weight distribution. Nothing worked. The competition was in 2 days. In Los Angeles, Leo's team was stressed. Their faculty advisor, Mr. Patterson, had no more ideas. "I'm sorry guys, I teach chemistry. I'm out of my depth with aerodynamics." Leo was frustrated. There has to be something we're missing. One of his teammates, Jake, joked, "Maybe we should ask the janitor. I heard he's smart." Leo laughed. "My dad. He mops floors. What's he going to know about race cars?" Jake shrugged. "Worth a shot." That night, Leo brought the car home. Marcus was making dinner. Spaghetti, Leo's favorite. "Hey Dad, can I show you something?" "Of course." Leo put the car on the kitchen table. "This is our engineering competition car, but it keeps crashing in corners. We can't figure out why." Marcus wiped his hands, walked over, looked at the car, and for the first time in 7 years, the engineer inside Marcus woke up. He saw the problems immediately. The rear wing angle was creating drag instead of downforce. The underbody diffuser was turbulent, losing ground effect. The center of gravity was too high, causing instability. Basic mistakes, but understandable for high school students. Marcus picked up the car, examined it from every angle. "Dad, do you know something about cars?" Marcus set the car down. "A little, like you worked on cars in Italy." "Sort of. What did you do?" Marcus hesitated. He hadn't talked about Ferrari in 7 years, hadn't thought about Formula 1. It was a closed chapter, but looking at Leo's hopeful face, Marcus realized his son needed him, not as a janitor, as an engineer, as a father who could actually help. "Leo, I didn't just work on cars in Italy. I designed them. Race cars. Formula 1. Leo blinked. "Formula 1? Like actual F1? "Yes. "Dad, that's insane. Why didn't you ever tell me?" "Because I left that life behind. For you, and your mom. It didn't seem important anymore." Leo stared at his father, seeing him in a completely new light. "Can you help us fix the car?" Marcus smiled. "Yes, I can help." They went to the high school workshop. 1 a.m. The building was empty. Marcus had keys. Leo called his teammates. Jake and Emma arrived within 20 minutes. "Guys, my dad's going to help us." Jake looked skeptical. "No offense, Mr. Chen, but you're a janitor." "I used to be a Formula 1 aerodynamics engineer. Ferrari. 15 years. 3 world championships." Silence. Emma pulled out her phone, Googled Marcus Chen Ferrari F1. Her eyes went wide. "Oh my God, you're that Marcus Chen, the Ferrari genius. There are articles about you. You designed the championship cars in the 2000s. Jake grabbed the phone, stared at a photo of young Marcus in Ferrari team gear. "Dude, what? Why are you mopping floors?" Marcus smiled. "Long story, but tonight, I'm here to fix your car. Let's get to work." Marcus spent the next 6 hours teaching them. He explained aerodynamics, downforce, drag, ground effect. "In Formula 1, we don't just make cars fast. We make air work for us. The car pushes air over, under, and around. If you control that air, you control the car." He showed them where their design was failing. "Your rear wing is angled like an airplane wing. That creates lift. You're literally trying to make the car fly. In racing, we want the opposite. We want to push the car into the ground. That's downforce." He adjusted the wing angle, showed them how to create a negative pressure zone that would suck the car onto the track. Then he worked on the underbody. "This is called a diffuser. It accelerates air underneath the car. Done right, it creates a vacuum that glues you to the road. Your diffuser is too steep. The air is separating, becoming turbulent. That's why you're losing grip." He reshaped the underbody, smoothed the transitions, created a clean airflow path. Finally, he lowered the center of gravity by repositioning the battery pack. Weight distribution matters. In F1, we measure this in millimeters. Your battery is too high. That's making the car top-heavy. When you corner, the weight shifts and you roll over. By 7 a.m., the car was transformed. It looked almost the same, but every surface had been refined, optimized, perfected. "Test it," Marcus said. They took the car to the school parking lot, set up a simple track with cones. Leo drove it remotely. The car shot forward, hit the first corner, stayed glued to the ground. No sliding, no flipping. It was stable, fast, controlled. Leo's teammates cheered. "Mr. Chen, that was incredible." Emma hugged him. Jake shook his hand. "You're a legend, sir." Leo looked at his father, eyes full of pride. "Dad, thank you." Marcus felt something he hadn't felt in 7 years. Purpose. 2 days later, Los Angeles Convention Center, National High School Engineering Competition. Over 200 teams, from every state, the best young engineers in America. Leo's team arrived, their car loaded in a case. The competition had 3 stages: design presentation, performance trials, final race. Marcus came with them, as a faculty advisor. The judges didn't know he was a parent, or a former Ferrari engineer, just another teacher supporting his students. Design presentation went well. Leo explained their aerodynamic concepts. The judges were impressed. "Your understanding of downforce is college level. Where did you learn this?" Leo glanced at Marcus. "We had a good teacher." Performance trials were next. Each car ran timed laps, measured speed, cornering, stability. Leo's car was flawless, fastest lap time, perfect stability scores. They qualified first for the finals. Final race, 8 cars, head-to-head, 3 laps, the winner takes all. Leo was nervous. Dad, what if something goes wrong? Marcus put a hand on his shoulder. Leo, I spent 15 years in Formula 1. I've been in hundreds of races. You know what I learned? What? Trust your preparation, trust your design, and when the race starts, don't think, just drive. Leo nodded. Okay, the race began. 8 cars launched. Leo's car took the lead immediately. Corner 1. Leo's car stuck to the track like glue. The others slid wide. Lap 2. One competitor tried to overtake, but couldn't match Leo's cornering speed. Final lap. Leo maintained the lead, crossed the finish line first. The crowd erupted. Leo's team jumped up and down. Emma and Jake lifted Leo onto their shoulders. The announcer's voice boomed, and the winner is Lincoln High School, Portland, Oregon. Leo looked at Marcus, mouthed, "We did it, Dad." Marcus wiped tears from his eyes. They'd won. After the awards ceremony, reporters approached Leo's team. How did a public high school from Portland beat teams with million-dollar budgets? Leo hesitated, then looked at Marcus. "We had help from someone who knows a little about racing." A reporter noticed Marcus. "And who are you?" Marcus smiled. "Just a proud father." But Jake interrupted. "He's Marcus Chen, former Ferrari Formula 1 engineer, 3-time world championship designer." The reporter's eyes went wide. "Wait, Marcus Chen? The Marcus Chen?" Suddenly, cameras turned to Marcus, microphones shoved in his face. "Mr. Chen, why are you at a high school competition?" "Because my son asked for help. You walked away from Ferrari 7 years ago. Why?" "To be a father. Do you regret leaving Formula 1? Marcus paused, looked at Leo, standing there with his trophy, smiling. "No, I don't regret it at all." The story went viral. Ferrari engineer becomes janitor to raise son, helps him win national championship. Ferrari reached out. "Marcus, come back. We miss you." Marcus declined. "My place is here, with Leo." But Leo had other ideas. "Dad, you should go back to engineering, not Ferrari, but something. You're too talented to mop floors forever." "Leo, I'm happy. I'm with you. That's what matters. Dad, you taught me that you can love what you do and love your family. You don't have to choose." Marcus thought about it. A week later, Portland State University called. "Dr. Chen, we'd like to offer you a position, professor of mechanical engineering. Teach, research, mentor students. And here's the best part. It's local. You can be home every night." Marcus looked at Leo. "What do you think?" Leo grinned. "I think Professor Chen sounds pretty cool." Marcus accepted. And for the first time in 7 years, Marcus Chen was an engineer again, not designing championship-winning cars, but teaching the next generation, including his son, who'd been accepted to MIT on a full scholarship. "Dad, I'm going to study aerodynamics, like you." "I'm proud of you, Leo. I'm proud of you too, Dad. You gave up everything for me. That's real love." Marcus hugged his son. "I'd do it again, 1,000 times, because Marcus had learned something important. Championships fade, trophies gather dust, legacy is forgotten, but the love between a father and son, that lasts forever." The end.